The discovery that changed everything. Captain. Marcus Webb stared at his scanner displays in complete disbelief. The readings showed impossible energy signatures coming from what should have been an empty star system. His exploration vessel silent. Runner had been conducting routine mineral surveys along the outer rim when these anomalous readings appeared. "Lieutenant Torres, run those scans again," Marcus ordered his navigation officer. The young woman's fingers danced across her control panel, her face growing pale as the same impossible data appeared. "Captain, I'm detecting massive industrial activity in the Kepler 186 system. The energy output suggests a civilization with technology far beyond anything we've seen," Torres reported, her voice trembling slightly. Chief Engineer Blake Harrison looked up from his station, his weathered face creased with confusion. "Sir, according to our records, that system was surveyed 50 years ago. Nothing but dead rocks and gas giants. No signs of life anywhere." The bridge fell silent, except for the steady hum of the ship's engines. Marcus had been exploring the galaxy's edge for 15 years, but nothing had prepared him for this. Every scan showed the same thing, a thriving civilization where none should exist. "Captain," Communications Officer Diana Cross interrupted, "I'm picking up radio transmissions from the system. They're in English, sir. Human English." The crew exchanged shocked glances. The nearest human colony was over 40 light-years away, and Earth itself was nearly 100 light-years distant. How could there be humans in this forgotten corner of space? Marcus made his decision. "Set course for Kepler 186, best speed." As they approached the system, the evidence became undeniable. 7 planets orbited the yellow star, and 3 of them showed clear signs of terraforming. Orbital stations glittered like jewels around each world, and ships moved between them in organized patterns. "My God," Blake whispered, studying his engineering displays. "Captain, the technology I'm seeing here is decades ahead of Earth's capabilities. Those ships are moving at speeds that should be impossible." Before Marcus could respond, their communication system activated. A calm, authoritative voice filled the bridge. "Unknown vessel, this is Admiral Patricia Stone of the Kepler Colonial Defense Fleet. You have entered restricted space. Please, identify yourself and state your intentions." Marcus found his voice. "This is Captain Marcus Webb of the Terran survey ship Silent Runner. We're conducting a routine exploration mission. We had no idea this system was inhabited." There was a pause, then the voice returned, warmer now. "Captain Webb, welcome to New Terra. We don't receive many visitors from the old worlds. Please, follow our escort ships to Station Alpha. I think you'll find our story quite interesting." 3 sleek vessels appeared on their sensors, moving with impossible grace. Marcus had never seen ship designs like these before. They seemed to glide through space without visible propulsion systems. "Lead the way, Admiral," Marcus replied, knowing that his crew was about to discover something that would change everything they thought they knew about humanity's place in the galaxy. Secrets of the lost colony Station Alpha was unlike anything Captain Marcus Webb had ever seen. The massive structure orbited the 3rd planet in perfect harmony with dozens of other installations. As the Silent Runner docked, Marcus marveled at the station's elegant design and advanced construction. Admiral Patricia Stone met them at the airlock. She was a woman in her 50s with silver hair and intelligent eyes that seemed to miss nothing. Behind her stood 2 other officers, Commander Jake Rivera, a tall man with the bearing of a career military officer, and Dr. Lisa Chen, a scientist whose excitement was barely contained. "Captain Webb," Admiral Stone said, extending her hand, "welcome to humanity's best-kept secret." As they walked through the station's corridors, Marcus noticed the advanced technology everywhere. The walls displayed real-time images of the system's planets, the lighting seemed to adjust automatically, and the air itself felt cleaner and more refreshing than anything he'd experienced. "Admiral," I have to ask, Marcus began. How is any of this possible? According to all records, this system was empty when it was last surveyed. Patricia smiled. That's because we wanted it to appear empty. Captain, what I'm about to tell you is classified at the highest levels. 170 years ago, the colony ship New Horizon was officially listed as lost in space. In reality, we found something better than our original destination. Dr. Chen stepped forward eagerly. Captain, this system is perfect for human life. 3 habitable planets, abundant resources, and a stable star. When our ancestors discovered it, they made a decision that changed everything. They entered a vast observation deck with floor-to-ceiling windows. Below them, the planet New Terra stretched out in breathtaking beauty. Cities sparkled across the continents, connected by gleaming transportation networks. Parks and forests were woven throughout the urban areas. We decided to disappear, Commander Rivera explained. Earth was weak, struggling with overpopulation and resource depletion. Humanity was seen as a minor species by the galactic powers. We chose to build something better. Marcus stared at the planet below. How many people live here, across all 7 planets? About 80 million, Admiral Stone replied casually. New Terra alone has 35 million inhabitants. We've had nearly 2 centuries to grow and develop. Blake Harrison, who had been quietly studying his scanner, spoke up. Admiral, the technology readings I'm getting are incredible. Your ships, this station, everything is decades ahead of Earth's capabilities. Dr. Chen beamed with pride. When you're not constrained by alien interference or political limitations, human ingenuity knows no bounds. We've developed faster-than-light travel that makes your ships look like antiques. Our manufacturing capabilities could supply the entire human sphere 10 times over. But why reveal yourselves now? Marcus asked. Admiral Stone's expression became serious. Because Earth is in danger, Captain. Our intelligence networks have detected something disturbing. The major alien powers are planning to restrict human expansion even further. Some are discussing complete containment of human space. Commander Rivera activated a holographic display showing star charts and fleet movements. The Zephyrian Empire and the Crystalline Collective are coordinating their efforts. They see humanity as a potential threat that needs to be controlled before it grows too powerful. Marcus felt a chill run down his spine. They're planning to attack Earth? Not yet, Patricia replied, but the signs are there. Increased military, patrols, trade restrictions, diplomatic pressure. They're preparing to put humanity in a cage. Dr. Chen gestured toward the window. That's why we built all this in secret. We knew that eventually humanity would need defenders who weren't constrained by alien oversight. The magnitude of what he was seeing finally hit Marcus. You've been preparing for war, Admiral Stone nodded gravely. We've been preparing to ensure humanity's survival and freedom. Our fleets are positioned throughout this sector. Our technology is battle-tested, and our people are ready. What happens now? Marcus asked. Patricia turned to face him directly. Now, Captain Webb, you have a choice. You can return to Earth and report what you've found, or you can stay and help us prepare for what's coming. Either way, the galaxy is about to learn that humanity is far from defenseless. The gathering storm 3 weeks had passed since Captain Marcus Webb's discovery of New Terra, and the galaxy was beginning to take notice. In the crystal spires of the Zephyrian capital world, High Commander Vorthak studied intelligence reports with growing concern. Impossible, the reptilian leader hissed, his golden eyes scanning the data. Humans cannot possess such advanced technology. They are barely capable of interstellar travel. His aide, Sub-Commander Nexar, shifted nervously. Sir, our deep space monitors have confirmed the reports. The human colony possesses a fleet of at least 5,000 vessels, all utilizing technology we cannot identify. Meanwhile, on Earth, emergency council meetings were being held around the clock. President Elena Rodriguez sat at the head of a table, surrounded by military advisors and scientists, all struggling to comprehend the implications of Webb's report. General Patterson, President Rodriguez addressed her military chief. "What's our current defensive capability compared to this? New Terra colony?" General William Patterson's expression was grim. "Madam President, based on Captain Webb's data, their single system possesses more military capability than our entire Space Force. Their ships are faster, their weapons more advanced, and their numbers overwhelming. Back in the Kepler 186 system, Admiral Patricia Stone was coordinating humanity's most ambitious operation ever. In the command center of New Terra's primary orbital defense platform, she reviewed reports from across known space. "Admiral," Commander Rivera reported, "our intelligence assets are confirming alien military buildups in 17 sectors. The Crystalline Collective has moved 3 battle fleets toward human space." Dr. Chen entered the command center carrying a datapad filled with technical specifications. "Patricia, Project Prometheus is ready for deployment. We can have defensive platforms installed around Earth within 6 months." Admiral Stone studied the galactic map displayed before her. Red markers showed alien fleet movements, while blue indicators represented human settlements throughout known space. The pattern was clear. Humanity was being surrounded. "What's the status of our hidden assets?" she asked. Commander Rivera smiled grimly. "Phase 2 is complete. We have concealed supply depots and automated defense networks in 47 uninhabited systems along major trade routes. If war comes, we can strike anywhere in the galaxy." On the mining world of Kepler 442, Captain Torres, now assigned to New Terra's intelligence division, was overseeing the construction of massive industrial complexes. Thousands of automated factories worked around the clock, producing ships, weapons, and supplies for the coming conflict. "The production rates are exceeding all projections," she reported during the daily briefing. "We're launching 50 new vessels every day, and our drone manufacturing facilities are producing defensive units by the millions." The breakthrough came when Dr. Chen's research team made a startling discovery. While analyzing captured alien technology, they found a critical weakness in the energy shields used by most galactic powers. "It's elegant in its simplicity," Dr. Chen explained to the assembled commanders. "Their shield generators operate on a specific frequency. Our new quantum disruptors can neutralize them completely, leaving their ships defenseless." Admiral Stone realized the implications immediately. "How quickly can we retrofit our entire fleet?" "The modifications are already underway," Blake Harrison, now serving as New Terra's chief engineer, reported. "Every ship in our fleet will be equipped with quantum disruptors within 2 weeks." As news of the human colony spread through alien space, panic began to set in among the galactic powers. Emergency sessions were called, military forces were mobilized, and ancient alliances were activated. High Commander Vorthak addressed the Galactic Security Council via hologram. "Fellow Council members, we face an unprecedented threat. Humanity has developed in secret, creating military capabilities that rival our own. We must act before they become unstoppable." The crystalline representative, Unit Prime, responded with electronic precision. "Agreed. Humanity must be contained immediately. We propose joint military action against both Earth and this hidden colony." But unknown to the alien powers, every communication was being monitored by New Terra's intelligence network. Admiral Stone watched the proceedings with cold satisfaction. "They're playing right into our hands," she told her staff. "Let them unite against us. It will make our victory all the more complete." Commander Rivera looked concerned. "Admiral, Are we certain we can handle a united alien assault? Patricia Stone's smile was predatory. Jake, they have no idea what human determination and ingenuity can accomplish when we're fighting for our survival. They're about to find out. The stage was set for the greatest conflict in galactic history. When titans clash, the alien armada that assembled at the edge of human space was the largest military force ever gathered in galactic history. 100,000 ships from 12 different species formed a wall of steel and energy that stretched across multiple star systems. High Commander Vorthak stood on the bridge of his flagship, the Eternal Dominion, watching the final preparations. Around him, representatives from the galaxy's major powers coordinated their attack plans. "The human homeworld will fall within hours," announced Crystal Mind Zeltar of the Crystalline Collective. "Our combined fleets will overwhelm any defense they can mount." On Earth, the situation appeared hopeless. President Rodriguez watched from the emergency command bunker as alien forces massed just beyond the solar system's edge. Earth's entire defense fleet consisted of barely 300 ships, all of which were vastly outgunned. "Admiral Chen," she addressed Earth's naval commander, "what are our chances?" Admiral David Chen's face was grim. "Without the new Terra colony's help, we have perhaps 6 hours before our defenses collapse." But unknown to both Earth and the alien forces, Admiral Patricia Stone had been preparing for this moment for months. Throughout human space and beyond, her carefully positioned assets were activating according to a master plan that would reshape the galaxy. Captain Marcus Webb, now commanding the advanced New Terra vessel Defiant Spirit, led a strike force of 200 ships toward the alien assembly point. Their mission was to demonstrate humanity's true capabilities. "All ships," Marcus broadcast to his fleet, "remember that we're not just fighting for New Terra or Earth. We're fighting for humanity's future among the stars." The first phase of the battle began when the alien fleet entered the solar system. Earth's defenders fought bravely, but were quickly overwhelmed by the sheer numbers arrayed against them. Just as victory seemed assured for the alien forces, something impossible happened. Space itself seemed to tear open as hundreds of New Terra ships emerged from hyperspace jumps, their sleek hulls gleaming with advanced armor and weapons. The aliens found themselves caught between Earth's determined defenders and New Terra's technological superiority. "Impossible!" Vorthak roared as his flagship's shields buckled under focused fire from New Terra quantum disruptors. "How did they get past our perimeter?" Commander Rivera, aboard the New Terra command ship Liberty's Dawn, smiled coldly. "Because we've been planning this battle for 2 centuries, while you've been underestimating humanity for just as long." The battle raged across the solar system as more New Terra forces continued arriving through precisely calculated hyperspace jumps. Dr. Chen's advanced weaponry proved devastatingly effective against alien shields, while Blake Harrison's engineering improvements gave human ships unprecedented speed and maneuverability. On Mars, defensive platforms that had been secretly installed months earlier came online, adding their firepower to the growing human advantage. The Red Planet became a fortress that alien forces couldn't bypass or overcome. High Commander Vorthak watched in horror as his massive fleet began to fall apart under coordinated human attacks. Ships that had seemed invincible were being disabled or destroyed by human technology that surpassed anything in alien arsenals. "All units retreat," he finally ordered, but it was too late. New Terra ships had surrounded the alien fleet, cutting off escape routes with carefully positioned gravity mines and spatial disruption fields. Captain Torres, commanding a squadron of New Terra's newest stealth ships, struck at the alien command vessels with surgical precision. "Target their communication arrays first," she ordered her pilots. "Cut off their coordination and they become easy prey." The turning point came when Admiral Stone herself arrived aboard the massive command ship Human Pride. The vessel was larger than anything either side had fielded, bristling with weapons and equipped with shields that seemed impervious to alien attacks. "Attention, alien forces," Patricia Stone broadcast across all frequencies. "You came here to eliminate humanity. Instead, you've demonstrated why we chose to prepare in secret. Surrender now, and your crews will be treated with the mercy you planned to deny us." Crystal Mind Zeltar's electronic voice crackled with static as his ship's systems failed. "This is impossible. No single species can possess such overwhelming technological superiority." "You're right," Admiral Stone replied, coldly. "No single species can. But we're not just any species. We're humanity, and we refuse to be caged." As alien ships began surrendering across the battlefield, the galaxy watched in amazement. Humanity, the species that had been dismissed as weak and primitive, had just defeated the combined might of 12 advanced civilizations. The battle for humanity's freedom was over, but the war for the galaxy's future was just beginning. The dawn of the human age. 6 months after the Battle of Sol, the galaxy had changed beyond recognition. Admiral Patricia Stone stood before the newly formed Galactic Assembly, representing not just New Terra, but all of humanity in its first equal voice among the stars. The great chamber on the neutral world of Concordia buzzed with tension as representatives from dozens of species gathered to discuss the new reality. Humanity was no longer a minor player seeking permission to exist. They were now a dominant force that demanded respect. "Esteemed delegates," Admiral Stone began, her voice carrying clearly through the vast chamber, "we gather today not as conquerors and conquered, but as equals seeking a better future for all intelligent life." High Commander Vorthak, his pride wounded, but his species' survival ensured by Stone's unexpected mercy, shifted uncomfortably in his seat. The Zephyrian Empire had lost half its fleet in the battle, but Stone had allowed survivors to return home with a simple message: aggression against humanity would no longer be tolerated. Captain Marcus Webb, now serving as New Terra's ambassador to Earth, watched the proceedings from the human delegation section. His discovery of the hidden colony had triggered events that reshaped galactic civilization, and he still marveled at how quickly everything had changed. Dr. Chen, recently appointed as Director of Human-Alien Technological Exchange, was already working with former enemies to share beneficial technologies. Her quantum disruptor technology was being adapted for peaceful purposes, creating more efficient power generators and faster communication systems. "The age of secret preparation is over," Admiral Stone continued. "Humanity offers partnership to those who seek peace, protection to those who need it, and the promise of advancement for all who join us in building a better galaxy." Commander Rivera monitored security from the Assembly's control room, coordinating with both human and alien forces to ensure the historic meeting proceeded safely. The former enemies were now working together to establish new protocols for interspecies cooperation. On New Terra, Blake Harrison oversaw the construction of new shipyards designed to produce vessels for multiple species. The industrial capacity that had been built in secret was now being used to benefit the entire galaxy, creating prosperity that surpassed anything previously achieved. Captain Torres had been appointed to lead the new Joint Species Exploration initiative, combining human innovation with alien knowledge to explore the galaxy's uncharted regions. Her first mission would take a mixed crew to investigate mysterious signals from the galactic core. The transformation wasn't limited to politics and military affairs. Throughout human space, former colonies were experiencing unprecedented growth. As New Terra technology improved everything from agriculture to medicine, worlds that had struggled for resources now flourished with advanced infrastructure. "We learned long ago," Admiral Stone explained to the Assembly, "that isolation breeds stagnation, while cooperation creates strength. Humanity offers its hand, in friendship to all who will take it. Crystal Mind Zeltar, speaking for the Crystalline Collective, processed the implications with electronic precision. Your proposal for a galactic development alliance has merit. Our species possesses complementary technologies that could benefit all participants. President Rodriguez, attending the assembly via holographic projection from Earth, smiled as she watched former enemies becoming partners. The terrifying isolation Earth had felt for decades was ending, replaced by hope for unprecedented prosperity and security. As the assembly session concluded with unanimous approval for the new alliance, Admiral Stone reflected on the journey that had brought them to this moment. 2 centuries of secret preparation had paid off, not just in military victory, but in the wisdom to use that victory responsibly. Outside the assembly hall, ships from dozens of species shared orbital space. Peacefully for the first time in galactic history, human vessels worked alongside former enemies to establish the infrastructure for their new partnership. Admiral Commander Rivera reported as they prepared to return to New Terra. We're receiving applications from 47 species requesting membership in the Alliance. It seems everyone wants to be part of what we're building. Patricia Stone nodded with satisfaction. Good. The stronger our alliance becomes, the safer the galaxy will be for everyone. As the human pride departed Concordia, its destination was not New Terra or Earth, but the unexplored regions beyond the galactic rim. Humanity had spent 2 centuries preparing in secret. Now they would lead the galaxy toward a future limited only by their collective imagination. The age of human hiding was over. The age of human leadership had begun, and the galaxy would never be the same.